What?
Got a long intro song.
Okay.
Should old acquaintance be forgot and never brought to mind? Should acquaintance be forgot and no side? Side, my dear, kindness, yes, for side,
What's up? It's Jomboy and Jake Radio. It is, I don't know what day of the week it is. Monday. It's Monday. That's why we're recording. It's New Year's Eve. Bringing in the new year for Old Lang Syne, my Jakey, for Old Lang Syne. How you doing?
Morning, Jim. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year, Steve.
New Year's Eve.
Classic joke.
Alice Eve. Two different color eyes. Very pretty.
She's in that new movie. You're going to hate it.
What's the new movie that Alice Eve is in?
Keanu Reeves. Alice Eve. His family dies in a car accident, but he's like a futuristic doctor, and he's working on keeping people alive and bringing them back to life. So he tries to do it with his family, but it's a whole thing.
Sounds like a whole thing. I like Alice Eve. I like Keanu Reeves. Maybe I like the movie.
Yeah, I had a weird night where I think I watched She's Out of My League, and I was just like, she's so hot.
Yeah, she's very.
But
good
like,
looking.
kind of fell off the scene for a while.
Two different color eyes. Does that weird you out? A little Max Scherzer.
No, man. Oh, I've got an alliteration in names thing I'm working on that I'll run past you.
Run it past me.
I think to be like, whoa, like crazy, like I'm trying to get the words. To be hot, to be wanted, to be like so you've got
A sex symbol?
kind of.
Okay.
I just think alliteration makes it all time.
Well, alliteration makes everything all time. Barry Bonds. Bobby Bonds.
But that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
But like, look at the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Look at, I had a bunch yesterday. I'm just gonna randomly yell them out during the show, and we'll see where they went.
Brooke
But look
Burke.
at in the Adam Sandler movies, all the Veronica Vaughns and all the VVs.
He always does VV in Adam Sandler movies.
Yeah.
Vicky Valancourt, Veronica Vaughn. I wonder why he does that. What about Mandy Moore?
I mean, she's not up there for me, but I just think if you really dug out a list, there'd be a lot of alliteration out there. I think because
Amy
it makes
Adams,
it more memorable.
Brooke Burke, Susan Sarandon.
See, now you're just naming any female you could think of that has alliteration.
Kelly Clarkson.
Kelly Kapowski.
That's a good one. Whose real name is Tiffany
Kelly
Thiessen.
Clarkson,
That's
not the same letters.
alliteration doesn't have to be the same letters, it's sound.
Yeah?
I think it's just the sound. Jenna Jameson.
Jenna Jameson.
What about January Jones?
I don't know who that is.
From Mad Men.
Don't know who that is.
She's very attractive, but apparently she's hard to work with, if you know what I mean.
No.
It means she's hard to work with.
Okay.
Lucy Liu, your favorite.
The occurrence of the same letter or sound at the beginning of adjacent or closely connected words. Okay. I just think it's more tightly linked to the letter for sure.
A vocal thing, like a little paper. It's only experienced when said. So that would mean it's a sound.
I mean, you could look at it too and say, wow, that's
Oh, yeah, but that doesn't give you the butterflies.
Okay, Butterfly Jimbo. How you doing, bud? What are you doing for New Year's?
Nothing. Are you doing anything for New Year's Eve?
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing? I'm so glad to be doing nothing.
We're going to some bar with friends. They were going. We were half looking for something to do. We had a pretty tame New Year's last year, which was nice. We just stayed in our building. We played a board game or two. Had a couple dishes. But yeah, I don't know. Supposed to be some spot. We know some people going, so we're doing it.
High school and early college, New Year's Eve was one of my favorites. I love it when you're like with friends at house parties. Then once it started going to bars and you would have to pay so much money to just be at a bar on New Year's Eve, I don't even recognize it as a thing these days.
Right.
Like I was scared.
I mean, when did you have to pay so much money? In California?
Yeah, or like you guys went to New York one year for a bar, or Ken and Rob did, or someone, and it was like a lot of money.
I mean, yeah, New York City.
Yeah, you go to bars and you got to pay the cover for New Year's Eve. I'm out. I don't want to go to a bar even if there is no cover.
Right.
Yeah, I'm just an old man now.
Yep.
I was scared I was gonna have to do something this New Year's Eve, and I'm so happy I don't.
Yeah. How'd you get out of that?
Katie has to work, which sucks for her.
Yes.
But I'll probably be up till New Year's, till midnight.
Thrown Katie under a bus for your own pleasure.
I didn't make her schedule. It sucks, yes.
No. You're enjoying her misery.
Yeah, that's like a little rudeness that comes with it, but what am I going to do?
It's fun.
I think I'm going to see her at work beforehand with my parents. We're going to get dinner and hang out there. But like,
it'd be nice.
No way my parents are going to want to hang out till midnight at the bar, right?
I mean, I could see your dad pulling some sort of all-time curveball and doing that, but no.
Yeah, I hope not. Sarah Silverman.
He'll make a joke about it.
Yeah, so I'm excited to just like hang out. I'll probably get some work done. I've been in vacation mode. Like I've just been doing our bare minimum of just recording. I haven't really been making any Instagram videos or promotional clips, or I have so many emails I have to respond to. So maybe I'll get some work done tonight, or maybe I'll make it as my last vacation day and do nothing.
Yeah, that's where I'm like, in my head, I'm ready. It's kind of a weird day. I'm ready for January 2nd. Because like I think tomorrow's gonna be a bad day. Well, it's Tuesday. No duh. And I'll be having some grape sodas tonight. So I'm like locked in for Wednesday. Because it's right. I mean, everyone makes fun of the ridiculous memes, and there's a lot of mock tweets. Do we have a mock tweet term? Meat? No, that's taken.
McQueet.
McQueets, all the McQueets out there. But literally the days are just like, what's happening? Like, you just like, normally you wake up and you have an intention for the day, and you kind of don't for about 2 weeks.
Yeah. It's crazy. I'm excited. I'm going to start cleansing starting tomorrow morning.
Ooh, what's a cleanse?
Just smoothies and salads only for a week, and 2 days in the middle with only smoothies for a week.
I mean,
trying to jumpstart.
Is this a cleanse or is this a Jimmy cleanse?
I did it last year, and I got it from some website. But I mean, it's pretty simple. It's just like smoothie, salad one day, then smoothie, salad. Then eventually you get to smoothie. So you do 2 days in a row of no masticating.
Right.
Then you eat yourself back on salads. So basically just smoothie and salads. The only snacks I'm going to allow myself are almonds, which suck, and my homemade peanut butter, which has nothing in it but peanuts.
Okay.
Got to kickstart it. After the holidays, I feel like such a bag of shit.
I'm proud of you. Yeah, I do. I
Proud of
do
me, too.
debate I've been lifting pretty good this year, so I'm strong. And it's just like, Jake, put in 3 months of eating healthy and doing cardio, and I think you have a chance to be in good shape as an adult. And instead, it's like, no, I think I'm, just already laying it for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you said a couple times you've given up for the rest of your life.
I've given some. No, I never said I gave up. I just said I've given people warnings. Like the next time you see me, it could be over.
Yeah, but not for
Kids
Gal
are real fast.
Gadot. Gal
Gal
Gadot.
Gadot, yeah. Some people like that.
You don't think she's attractive?
I do. I'm some of those people.
Aunt Becky from Full House is Lori Loughlin.
So you just went to a website with the names of people with alliteration?
I've had it up since 5 seconds after you said it.
I wanted to know. Okay, that makes a lot more sense now.
Meghan Markle, Lucy Lawless.
Meghan Markle's a great one. And Lucy Lawless. Put Lucy Lawless and Gal Gadot in the same category.
Well, Courtney Cox.
Sure.
Pick her up. All right, want to do some sports?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even get to men. Here we go. Let's do some sports. The Giants lost to the Cowboys in an exciting game to end the season. The G-men now get to go rest and plan for next season while the Cowboys have to waste their time with the loss to Seattle. The Todd Bowles era comes to an end in New York. 4 seasons, he went 24-40 with 3 last-place finishes, 3 double-digit losses, and about 3 words spoken at each press conference. Zing! The Nets and Knicks both lost on Saturday, and the Rangers beat the Predators, and the Devils lost to the Hurricane on that same Saturday. CCSU lost to Oregon State by a mere 21 points, and St. John's goes down. Oh, no. Oh, boy. So sorry, Albert. So sorry, Albert. The undefeated season is taken away at the hands of Seton Hall, but you can still have a good season. Giants basically blew out the Cowboys.
You keep saying that, and you were at the game, and you really haven't depicted what you mean by that yet.
I mean, the Cowboys should have won by like 40 points. Eli handed them the ball twice.
Okay.
And they got nothing of it. At the end of the first half, it should have been like 21-7 minimum. It wasn't because the Cowboys blew it. They forgot to play their star running back. That's a huge mistake.
Big mistake.
And then they just couldn't do much. And then eventually they found that what's that guy's name? I don't even know. It was the J. Got 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that was kind of cool. First touchdown ever. 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. Oh, the Giants running back.
Jarwin.
Giants running back got his first touchdown ever too, right?
Saquon's had touchdowns before, Jim.
Not him. Not him. Gallman. Football game, like 4 to 5 years of experience for me. Like, I don't want to do that often, but it was fun. Fun. You know what's weird about Football Live? The TV timeouts just make no sense. Like in baseball, it's in between innings. So if you would bring a foreigner to a baseball game, they would never be like, "What's going on? It'd be like, "Oh, they're just warming up for the next inning." And maybe there's like 30 seconds at the end where they're just waiting for the TV. Usually, but the goalie goes to the bench, the players go to the bench, and it's like a timeout, and they're all talking and making plans and stuff during the timeout.
Right.
In the NFL, they just stand there in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
for like 3 minutes. It's weird. Go to the sideline. Go to the sideline. Hang out. Drop some plans.
Saving energy, man.
If you had no idea, you'd be like, "What is this part of the game? This makes no sense."
Yeah,
It's
man.
funny how they just stand in the middle. I had some notes because I'm a big people watcher. I like watching the people.
Watcher.
Listen, there's a guy behind me, an Indian gentleman, who was so genuine in his cheering. I was with my
Right.
cousin, and we said it was as if he was cheering for his nephew at his nephew's high school football game. It was just like, "Come on, boys, you can do it. You can do it. You got this. You can do it, Dak. You can do it." And then 2 rows ahead of us was another guy yelling, "Take off your pajamas, Zeke. This is the NFL, you pussy." And the contrast between the two was delightful for me.
Yeah. Ain't that America? You and me, baby.
It's a good song drop.
What was the loudest thing you yelled?
Nothing.
Wow. How
Not
the
a
mighty
yet.
have fallen. You used to
Not
be
a
the
yet.
mental key to most teams winning their games. And now what? You're
I used
just
to be the mental
washed?
key. What do you mean by mental key? I used to help him out.
You used to swim in the opponent's head during the game.
Oh yeah. No, I didn't yell a thing. Didn't yell a thing.
Wow.
A lot of stuff was yelled. Someone told Jason Garrett that he was going to coach high school next year, which I didn't think. I don't know.
Like
I
a
don't
fun,
know.
like a high school camp, like a nice thing in the community.
Oh, that's what he meant?
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense.
That was his wife.
Yeah, Jason.
She was informing.
Jason Garrett probably is going to go help out some high school. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It was an exciting game. As for the Cowboys were playing for nothing. The Giants playing for nothing. And I don't know, if you want the tank, you got what you wanted because it was exciting.
Any inside info on Eli? What'd you see?
I'd say
still
something
got the gift.
Quarterback play looks more impressive on TV than when you see it live. Is that weird?
No, I think that's probably right because you can actually see the windows or how tight the pass is. No, I think that makes a lot of sense.
That behind the quarterback angle that they use on TV sometimes makes it look so much more hectic than it did live from my view on the seat. But then my uncle was saying maybe that's just like this game because they're not playing for much. Just a little. Like Dak looked like he was playing practice.
Right. I mean, Dak's goal was to not get hurt this game.
Yeah, so I think he was just kind of going through motions.
A little bit. And probably getting the ball out quicker than he normally would. Yeah, I think there's a little something to that. But no, I think it's probably harder to see when a good quarterback pegs a ball and the linebacker and the safety just miss it and it's, in the guy's hands.
Yeah.
And I think you get a little numb to it when you're there that you forget all those guys are giants.
That's
literally
true. Yeah. It's true.
Did you have fun? Scale of 1 to 10.
9. I had a lot of fun. And we tailgated.
Did you guys tailgate?
Yeah, we tailgated, made some peppers and onions sandwiches, had some beers, put too much liquids in my body, so then I was peeing a lot. Everyone was coming and going from our row, like nonstop.
Yeah.
In baseball, the usher doesn't let you down if the at-bat's going on.
NFL's a big beer drinking sport.
I know. But it was kind of annoying. Like I would say about 40% of the plays I didn't have a view of, even though I was 8th row back in the 40-yard line.
Swag.
Just because my uncle's tickets, not mine. Just because people just constantly come and go and they walk around.
Yeah.
Anyway, Todd Bowles is fired. Saw that coming, right?
Yeah, we're shocked. No. See you, Todd.
Bye.
You gonna miss him?
No, because he didn't even bring comedy at all. He was like so boring. That was like you can't joke about him. He brought for non-Jets fans just looking for like comedy or entertainment. He was Probably the worst.
Yeah. I'll
Give
give
me
you
like Rex Ryan
you-
again. At least he's funny.
ESPN has 6 potential coaching candidates. I'll say them. You give the Caesars thumb, okay?
Okay.
Mike McCarthy.
I thought he was going to the Browns.
Okay, good Caesar thumb. Eric Bieniemy, Chiefs offensive coordinator, your guy.
No, don't get him.
Matt LaFleur, Titans offensive coordinator.
Frozen?
I'd lost
Are
you,
you
yeah.
back? Don't get LaFleur. Bad name.
You didn't like Matt LaFleur?
Nope.
Dan Campbell, former Jets tight end.
Yeah, get him. He's that big. He's tall, strong. Wasn't he with the Dolphins for a little?
Yeah, meathead.
Yeah, he's a meathead. Bring him to New York. At least that's fun for me. Probably going to say some dumb shit.
Okay, yeah, and then they've got Jim Caldwell, old Colts Lions coach. And
No,
Zach
that's another
Taylor.
dead guy. That's another Todd Bowles. That's just like
Yeah,
one notch
Caldwell's
better than.
pretty boring. Then they got some young guy. Okay, Dan Campbell, your new Jets head coach.
Browns have contacted Mike McCarthy about head coaching job. Hey, you want to be our coach?
Hey, you
Mike.
you want to be the coach?
Oh, maybe. Want to be our coach?
Be the coach?
Coach. St. John's lost. Some say the refs did it.
Yeah, some say it's the first actual team they played. Some of us have been warning St. John's fans for weeks now.
They got jobbed, but then they lost a 12-point lead.
So
what are you gonna do?
You know, Jim, they're gonna learn from it. They're gonna grow, or they won't, and they're not that good.
Oh, I can't believe you're doing. Let's move on to national news because it's kind of crazy what you're doing, Albert.
Jimmy, your NFL playoff bracket is set. Kansas City and New England with the bye in the AFC. Indianapolis will face their in-conference rival Houston in Houston. The Los Angeles Chargers will play at Baltimore. It could be a good game. They could be bad games. We'll watch. NFC, New Orleans with the 1. The Rams with the 2. Philadelphia sneaks in. The Steelers / the Brownies blow it. They'll play Chicago, Seattle at Dallas. You already mentioned how that game's going to go. We've got the head coaching carousel, Jim. Jets, Bucks, Packers, Brownies are available. Broncos, Cardinals, Bengals, ? Cardinals get the #1 overall pick. Bowl games wrap up. Jim, what was your favorite bowl game? We'll talk about it maybe. Notre Dame dead. OU was dead, and then they played okay, but it was still dead because they played so bad to start. Tell me if you've seen this before. Alabama versus Clemson in your national championship game.
Colts, Texans in the first wild card game. I feel like the Texans are always in the first wild card game, and it's always a shitty game.
Yeah, we'll see. This one, everybody likes both teams right now. The Texans have been playing crazy since their 0-3 start. Indianapolis has been playing good football. They're getting some defense, Jim. Everybody loves Andrew Luck because he talks like a loser.
Ha, 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 ha. Zing. You got him.
Got him.
Does talk like a loser. You know what my favorite bowl game was?
You can't sing then confirm.
I zinged and then confirm. I was on your side. My favorite bowl game was Michigan versus Florida. No. That was my least favorite bowl game. My favorite bowl game was Clemson because I took a real nice nap during the Clemson bowl game.
Okay.
Really good nap, Jake.
What kind of nap was it?
I was on the couch. I wanted to lay down, watch the game.
Right.
Couldn't because my eyes wouldn't stay open. Woke up 2 hours later, went bowling.
Your favorite bowl game would be the 132 you threw.
158.
158. Sorry.
Or my
130's in the loss.
Yeah. I went bowling again. Didn't break 100 both games.
I saw that. You didn't break a hundo?
The second time I went bowling because I couldn't find a ball and it was nighttime bowling and I was the only one that was like remotely decent. Well, that's not true. I was with a bunch of girls, Katie and her coworkers. So I was like, I can't take this too seriously.
Blaming
I
it
just
on
couldn't
the
find a
balls.
ball.
Blaming it on the balls in the girls' gym?
They're all excuses. They're all excuses because I just couldn't find my rhythm.
You know what they say.
Luck talks weird.
Luck talks weird. Excuses are like noses. You froze in a really funny position.
Actually, our internet's doing bad things today.
Real bad today. You froze in a good position, though. You had the bat against your head. You looked a little scared. Now we're fully frozen again. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, all right.
Can you hear me?
Now I can.
All right, we're gonna have to write out this bad internet. I'm on the Wi-Fi from my grandma's house, which is next door.
Ooh, good stuff.
I don't know why my computer chose to do that. It's kind of being a little bitch.
Kind of a really rude move.
What was your favorite bowl game? Are you upset it's Clemson versus Alabama again?
A little bit. Is that weird?
No, man. Parody's more fun.
Yeah, and I don't know. We've done this for 4 years now, and I don't know, college sports.
Is this really the fourth year in a row?
Three out of 4 in the championship
Ohio
game.
State.
They played last year in the semifinals, though.
Oh, okay. Because Ohio State won it 3 years ago.
Might have been longer than that. Might have been 4. I forget.
Me too. I forget as well. Good show.
Yeah.
The Ducks, have they been in it? Yeah, in 2015, it was the Ducks versus the Buckeyes.
Yeah, like I'm into that.
Buckeyes won. Well, I mean, other teams have to be good. You gotta put the onus on like other teams. And then in 2016, it was Alabama versus Clemson. In 2017, it was Alabama versus Clemson. So this is the third year straight. It's these two teams in the championship game.
Yeah, I don't know.
That sucks.
I don't love it. I don't like it.
I don't love it. I don't like it, but I hate it. My name's Jake, and I don't like the college football championship game.
That's not a Jake song. That's not a Jake song. That's so not a Jake song.
What?
Wow.
Talking about another Jake. Jake Hamilton. Okay, hates college football.
Hamilton.
You got anything else to talk about? What a slow episode.
It was okay.
I mean, we're just not even doing anything.
Yeah, internet not helping. Internet not doing us any favors today.
Slow up. I'm gonna go. This is a halftime show. Do you want to do a halftime show?
Your call, bro. You're running the show.
Let's do a quick halftime show. At least the halftime shows may have some life in them. Here we go. What's this halftime show? And that's the half. Thank you for listening to Jomboy and Jake Radio. Your halftime entertainment today consists of Jomboy and Jake berating animals. And here we go.
Oh, you're a dog. You just peed all over your own leg.
You just peed all over your front paws. Oh, yawn again. Your breath stinks.
Oh, hey, Mr. Bird, look at your dead friend.
Hey, walk anywhere. You can fly. You must be dumb.
Hey, Mr. Bird, go die.
Hey, bird, people collect you and they put you in cages. Your entire life sucks.
Cuckoo.
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 Oh, your cat literally go kill yourself. I hate you. You're the worst.
Oh, come here. No, those are, why would someone love you?
You're giant rats. Because of you. I sneeze all the time because of you. Oh, nice dog. Oh, sit. Yeah. Oh, what a trick. Good job, dog.
Barking. You're barking. You're barking. You're barking.
Oh, you're an ant. You're literally useless.
Oh, you're strong for your size, but nobody gives a fuck.
Thank you. And now back to the show.
That was a hell of a halftime show. What was that about, Jake?
Tough.
Were you cuckooing at a bird?
I only caught, again, half of it because of the internet, but the parts I did get.
They were brutal.
Yeah, it sounded like we went in on birds there. Yeah.
All right, and now for the news.
You don't want to explain that to the people at all?
No.
Yesterday, oh boy, and now the news was rather sad. Well, I just had to laugh.
6 o'clock news.
Cane toads are snaking the rides on the back of snakes to escape a storm in northern Australia. Meanwhile, in America, maybe, I didn't read the article, maybe it was somewhere else, a man married a computer-generated hologram. Organizers canceled the California's Women's March January 19th due to overwhelmingly white participants. Miss Africa won Miss Africa, and then her wig caught on fire on live TV. Bad. Louis C.K. went to Open Mic Comedy Club to work on some new material, and people don't like it because it's about non-binary people in the Parkland shooting. Denzel Washington turned 64 years old. Congrats, Denzel.
I read the news today, oh boy.
A lot of news.
A lot of news.
How about this? If you're in Northern Australia and you're like, honey, I think a storm's coming. And she says, how can you tell, husband of mine? Well, I just saw some cane toads on the back of the pythons. And that means they're trying to escape. Whoa. Whoa. Needed Steve Irwin's kids to do an episode on this.
Cane toads snake a ride on python. Great wordplay.
Great wordplay by the journalist who wrote that, headline writer.
Toads were trying to mate with python as thousands of the invasive pests are flushed out by rising waters in Kununurra. Am I saying that right?
The toads were trying to fuck the snakes?
Trying to mate with the python.
Well, hats off to toads. Because I don't even know if the geometry makes sense there, but hey, shoot your shot. Go be a go-getter, toads. I think pythons eat them, or like could, 2 seconds. Doesn't stop the toad. We're going to have babies, snake. Let's do it.
The lake was so full, it had filled the cane toad burrows around the bank. They were all sitting on top of the grass, thousands of them. This is your nightmare.
Yeah. This is like when I got the pool in my house in Newtown, and there were frogs everywhere.
Oh, yeah.
We asked the guy, he was like, hey, how come there's so many frogs? And he was like, well, we had a really cold winter, so all the snakes couldn't come out, and the snakes eat the frogs. And I was like, what happens in my backyard?
Yeah.
That sounds terrible. I live here. You tell the snakes and the toads to just like cut the shit. Nature sucks.
Hitching a ride on the back of a 3.5-foot python.
That's got to be
I'm
fun.
not into a lot of this.
No? When we were really
Like
little
a
kids,
3.5-foot python in your yard?
yeah, it sucks. When we were kids,
Yeah.
we would play surfing in the pool. Like my dad would go swim on the bottom of the pool, and we'd have to stand on his back when we were really, really little.
Sure.
And he'd like be like slithering around, snaking around, and we'd have to like stay surfing on his back. Sounds like a lot like the game these toads and snakes are playing.
It does seem like that, Jim.
Mm-hmm.
So,
That's cool. What about this man who married a hologram?
yeah, I saw this. I
Read
had
the
a lot of
article?
jokes going on, and yeah, apparently it's this whole. I don't know. They're trying to create this anime world where I mean you mentioned Louis K and he talks about some stuff in his new shtick, but yeah, basically people are trying to take it to here where this guy's like, yeah, there's a group of society out there that we should tell them it's okay if they want to marry like a computer generated person.
Oh, hold the fucking phone. I'm reading the article now. A 35-year-old man fell in love with a hologram modeled off an anime character called Hatsune Miku.
Yep.
He married Miku in a non-legally recognized ceremony.
Nope.
Jomboy and Jake Radio. I'm gonna marry this mug.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Marry this fucking mug right now. So go write articles about that, dumb fucking article writer. I married this mug. Please write.
Well, I mean, this guy
Jersey man.
Like he's married to the hologram.
Oh, you don't think I'm gonna be married to this mug?
So if you're married to that mug, you have to call Katie and break up with her right now. That's brutal.
Here,
Back.
I switched internet, so it wasn't that big of a hassle.
Nice.
I thought it was gonna be a terrible hassle. Anyway, I married this mug. Katie's now my girlfriend on the side. Everyone go write articles about how a man in New Jersey married his mug.
Everyone writing your articles.
Because this guy didn't marry a hologram. He just said he married a hologram.
But he's living it out. Like you joked and said, Katie's just your side girlfriend while you're married to the mug.
Don't fucking
living
talk
it.
about her like that.
That's what you just said. Those are your words. So
Don't, Jake.
I will talk about her like that.
Don't do that.
Hey, if you want my people to write an article on it, it's got to be real.
That's true. I married this mug today, so that's good because I 2018 ends with me marrying an inanimate object, which was the last thing on my bucket list for 2018. So,
well, they're animate.
the picture I saw was him holding a stuffed animal.
Oh yeah, that's a stuffed animal of her.
Oh yeah, because she's a hologram.
Yes, bingo.
I hate this stupid story.
Hey,
Want to know what
there's
other
a group
story I
of
hate?
people
That
wanna marry holograms, not be bothered to do chores, and they like masturbating.
Yeah.
Let those people live their life.
it's on Japan for having not enough women. There's not good enough. Is this in Japan?
I want to say it's in Asia. I forget. I don't know which country.
Oh. In Eureka, California, the organizers of the annual Women's March have decided not to hold a rally in Eureka on January 19th as previously planned because they say participants do not represent the diversity in the area. So the decision was made after many conversations between local social change organizations and supporters of the march. Too many white people showed up to the
How
Women's
is
March.
Eureka, Cal?
What's that?
How is Eureka, California?
Apparently, it's very white, and they're embarrassed about how white they are, so they're canceling marches.
You never been to Eureka's?
I've driven through. It's in Northern California.
No, Cal. Okay, that's what I
I
was
dated
looking
a
for.
girl whose mom was from Eureka, I believe.
That's what I was looking for. Thank you. I knew you'd have some data points for me.
Oh yeah, there's a big old castle in Eureka. It's on the water.
Yeah, it's just tough for me. I mean, what are we supposed to be marching for?
Women's rights, but only if the march, only if people can't take pictures of the march and laugh. So like their fear is that people are going to take pictures of it. Look how white this march is, and then they become like a joke. And well, we can't do this. Like, well, what about all the people that wanted to march for women's rights? Now you're anti-women's rights. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
Eureka,
you
California.
now made yourself the joke.
Yeah, Eureka, California, anti-women's rights. They're only for women's rights when it benefits their brochure, and they have one of each race on the cover page. Eureka, California. Wow.
Welcome.
Super anti-women's rights, super pro using other genders, races, and ethnicities to benefit their look. So they're racist and hate women. Wow. Eureka, California. Eureka. Yikes.
We figured it out. Eureka.
Speaking of yikes, did you watch this video? Miss Africa wins. She's Miss Congo. She wins. She wins Miss Africa. And then they throw off some like pyro works and sparklers in the building, and one catches on her hair, which they say is a wig. I'm not an expert enough to know if that's a wig or real hair.
Wow.
I guess it's a wig. Catches on fire, just right there.
Full on fire too.
Oh yeah, the host of Miss Africa had to jump on stage and put it out. I'm all for like traditions with wild beginnings. Like, why do you do this tradition? I think they need to light every Miss Africa's hair on fire after she wins now from here onwards.
I like that. That's talk about when life gives you lemons.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Now we're making some lemonade, people.
Yes. So next year, whoever wins.
Hunger Games, Katniss Everdeen thing, Girl on Fire.
Oh yeah. They come out in wigs they didn't use, and they just get lit on fire, and that's the ceremony. And they can choose their way of getting out. They can choose fire extinguisher. They can choose getting like patted on the head by people with their clothes, or they can choose to just like let their head burn and die. Up to them.
I don't know. I think I'd want to make that part of the tradition too. I think that it's all got to be
the host.
Maybe the host or last year's winner has their hair on fire the whole year.
No. Last year's winner sets the new winner's hair on fire, and it'll seem very menacing, like she's mad that the title got taken from her. But no, tradition's tradition. We light the winner's hair on fire here.
If we could somehow get last year's winner's hair on fire throughout the year, or I guess during the show, but I'd like it to be an eternal flame thing, and then they could pass it on.
Mm-hmm.
A hair burning ceremony.
Like you don't think you're gonna win, right? But you're in second. There's the final two up there, but you're pretty sure you're not winning. So you're like, fuck it, I'm not gonna wear my fire wig. I'm gonna wear my really nice wig that I look good in, because if I'm gonna come in second place, I'm just gonna look the best I can. Whoa, you won. Now you've lost your best wig because you didn't.
You think one of the two finalists are going to be so nervous that they don't wear their fire wig when it's a 50-50 chance their head gets set on fire?
Yeah, some superstitions involved as well. They'd rather win looking good and catch fire than lose wearing their fire wig, and then it's not set on fire? That's embarrassing. I just wore
breaking
my fire.
News, Jim.
Oh, breaking news? Here, let me
Marvin Lewis.
Breaking
fire.
News sound effect.
That's kind of the Marvin Lewis story. Fired from the Bengals. He was there for like ever.
Yeah, way too long.
0 for 16 seasons. 0 for 7 in the postseason.
Yeah.
Oh, what are standards in this life, Jim?
Well, speaking of standards, Jake, Louis C.K. went to the comedy club. returned after his debacle because he masturbates in front of people, and people don't like that when you do that.
No.
And, he was forcing people to watch it. He wasn't forcing people to like it; he just forced people to watch it. Anyway, he made a bunch of jokes about non-binary people and how you have to call me they, them. Made jokes about that, and then he made jokes about the Parkland shooting. I think comedians will tell you like that phones have ruined these comedy sellers.
Right.
Because you go there to find the line. So some comedian explained this. I think it was a female comedian. I think it was Rosie O'Donnell on like The View. Or no, it was Whoopi Goldberg on The View, I think. Because I was watching it, like my mom was watching it with me. My mom used to love The View. But basically, but I'm saying like Whoopi Goldberg or Rosie O'Donnell, those are two people that you would expect to be on the other side of this. And even they are saying, now you go to these comedy sellers to find the line. So like you're deliberately trying to cross it. So then you can inch back and back and back and find it. So it sucks that someone leaked this because the whole point of these places is to find a line. So I mean, and Louis C.K. is in trouble from before. I have no issue. Like jokes are jokes. The shooting one sucks for me because Newtown happened when I lived in Newtown, so I'm super sensitive to shooting jokes.
Right.
But like, I don't know, man. Jokes are jokes. He's a bad guy from all the stuff before. So maybe like the double up is bad news, but
it's just what do people really expect? The guy's a stand-up comedian. He's 51 years old. He's made his career up to this point, finding the line, like you said, and pushing all those comedic boundaries. He's not going to stop. Like when people thought he was going to come back and be like, "Oh, airplane food, huh? I'm on the airplane. Are you a bag of peanuts?" Like, no, that's not Louis C.K.
Yeah. And also it's like tough. Like he's doing stand-up. He's not hosting a dinner party.
Right.
Like people are slowly ruining comedy. And I don't think these jokes are like hilarious, and I'm not supporting whatever. I'm supporting the fact that comedians make jokes, especially at these underground things where they're testing out material and trying to find the line. And like to take that from them, it sucks.
And I had a brief conversation with Evan of Evan and Co.
Nice.
About I don't know, we were just talking. I was in kind of a hungover malaise yesterday, getting my shit together, and Office was on Comedy Central, and I don't know, I like never watch a TV show with commercials anymore because I've been spoiled by the world. But like I wasn't actually watching it, so it was just on in the background. But I was watching it. But man, even like the episode where Holly comes in and she thinks Kevin Malone is actually retarded.
Yeah.
Like that would not fly nowadays. And there's so many little jokes like that. I mean, Michael Scott's character whole thing was basically pushing boundaries and having these cringeworthy moments, which 10 years ago was okay and pushed the limits then. Now that the limits have been brought in so much, like the offense wouldn't fly nowadays. And people need to realize how ridiculous that is.
Yep. Yeah. Making jokes about the Parkland shooters is pretty tough. It's a pretty tough subject matter.
Yeah.
I think one of his jokes was like, whatever. I'm gonna stay out of it. But
yeah, I mean, one of his big things was shock value. Did you see the interview? It was him, Seinfeld, Chris Rock.
Yeah, that's weird to me. That I can't.
Ricky Gervais.
I can't support or like even explain that at all. That was him just.
But no, he used to say the N-word on stage, and that was part of his performance. It was shock value.
Yeah.
And like Chris Rock was fine with it, which is hilarious that we're like, oh, well, the black guy said it was cool still.
I mean, Chris Rock's getting a lot of backlash from that now.
Yeah, and I mean that's coming up on 2019. You know.
You know, Louis C.K. didn't speak English until he was like 12 years old.
I didn't know that.
Isn't that crazy?
What language was he speaking?
Spanish. He's from Mexico. He lived in Mexico. He lived in Mexico till he was like 12 years old or 14 years old or something like that.
Nice.
He identifies as Mexican. But I guess he wouldn't force that upon you because he doesn't do those things.
And doodles.
When he was a year old, his family moved to Mexico.
Oh.
His first language was Spanish, and it was not until after they moved back to the U.S. when he was seven, that he began to learn English. Still pretty, you wouldn't guess that or know that.
No.
Pretty interesting.
7 a little easier than 12.
Yeah, definitely. Denzel Washington turns 64 today.
Happy birthday, Denzel.
What's your favorite Denzel Washington movie?
Ooh.
I put you on the spot.
there's a cop out where I could go He Got Game, just because it's with Ray Allen. I mean, Training Day's up there. It's got its scenes that I like. Where are you at, Jim?
I like John Q a bunch. Cry my eyes out. Remember the Titans is everyone's gonna say it's the corny answer, but Remember the Titans is a fantastic movie. If you listen to the show, I quote it all the time. He Got Game would also be up there for me.
American Gangster. That's a good movie.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Man on Fire is pretty good. I need to watch Man on Fire again.
Yeah.
Inside Man is one of the cooler heist movies.
Inside Man is a good movie.
Yeah. It's a Spike Lee joint.
What do we have you seen The Hurricane?
No, I have not. I actually haven't seen a lot of Denzel's movies, like percentage-wise of how many he's made. You know what I was looking at last night? Kevin Costner. I have seen a lot, like percentage-wise, how many movies he's made, how many I've seen. He might be up there. Maybe him and Tom Hanks.
Yeah, Tom Hanks got to be up there.
Kevin Costner's in a lot of movies I like. So, happy birthday, Denzel, but I've seen more Kevin Costner movies. Tough.
You love the Book of Eli.
Saw that with you.
Look at that.
Would you look at that? And we went to Taco Bell and ate the four corners of the restaurant.
Yeah.
Times.
I've been off Taco Bell for a little bit. Maybe I'll get back in the game this year.
No, dude. We're doing cleanses, remember?
You're doing a cleanse.
Only a week. I'm just hoping that it starts like just a general healthier eating. Because the holidays are tough. And I wanted
bad this year.
I wanted to put the cleanse on the air because that means I have to hold myself to it if I let other people know about it.
Oh, I'm done with I told you this, but like how do you describe them? Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kid, those kind of cannies?
Gummies?
Because I had another like diabetic nap because I had the bag of Swedish Fish and like I couldn't wake up. So
yeah. Cancel. Scary. You said you wanted to start cutting things out entirely. You were talking about drinks and alcoholic drinks, but cut gummies out entirely. That's a nice first step.
Yeah. How would you describe? Is it just gummies? I mean, Twizzlers, are those gummies?
No, I wouldn't say Twizzlers are gummies, but I would say that Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, Gummy Bears, all those things are gummies.
Yeah. Well, they're out.
Which leaves the question: what are Twizzlers?
I mean, I've got them lumped in the same group. I wouldn't label the group gummies. I think there's another word we're missing right now.
Let us know. Also, hey, I had a really ambitious idea.
Twizzlers are licorice.
Yes. Not in California. They just have red vine.
Right.
Which isn't as good. I had an ambitious idea for tomorrow, Jake, in case there are some people that would like to listen to Jomboy and Jake Radio, even though it's first day of the New Year's.
Right.
I was going to put together a best clips.
Ooh.
Since I don't have plans tonight.
Right.
And, I mean, we've been going for a couple months now, so we probably have a ton of episodes. But I was trying to put together best clips, but I don't know. I can go through and, like, listen and go through some of the things. But so I was going to say, if anyone's still listening to this show right now, and you can easily think of, like, oh, I remember that news story or that basketball or sports story or that bit that we fell into.
Right.
If anything pops to your head, I feel like nothing's going to pop to anyone's head. But let me know. Tweet it at me. Jomboy_.
Tweet it.
Because I'd like to put together a best of, and then maybe we can put out a best of, and then we can say, show this episode to your friends.
I don't know.
What's your favorite New Year's story?
I have a documentary I made about New Year's one year, 2009 to 2010, I believe. We rented out a suite in California, so it had a loft, bunch of beds, and we just got so drunk. We broke glass. Brad had to go to the hospital. We did $400 worth of damages in the hotel room. Literally, like, acted like we were rock stars. We were just idiots. Ripped off both railings to the stairs, broke all the lamps. Brad bled all over the carpet, and we set up cameras the entire night. And then we got really drunk the next day, and I did interviews with everybody. And then I put together an hour-long documentary, but everyone was blacked out, so no one really remembered anything. It was really fun.
Right.
So that's probably my favorite New Year's.
09?
I think it was 09 to 010. I went back. I moved to California, and I went back. It was in between U-Heart and Central.
Okay.
But
Yeah, I've seen the clips.
yeah, we had fun New Year's in college when I made out with the illiterate chick.
Yeah.
Brought in that New Year with a bang.
Yeah, I was gonna say that one of my better New Year's stories was the year I passed out before midnight, and then I came out at 11:45. So I passed out and woke up before midnight.
Rejuvenate.
And then I yelled at my girlfriend at the time, and I was like, "Hey, how could you let me sleep through New Year's?" She's like, "Didn't. Still got this."
11:45.
Okay.
Was this in Central?
Are we cool? Yeah.
What year?
I think that was illiterate night, man.
Oh, nice. There's a lot of pictures from that night.
Because we made a pact that next New Year's that no one could get drunk until after midnight or blackout drunk. And we sprayed champagne all over each other in the basement. Ed cut his hand open.
Oh, yeah, I was blacked out that night.
Yeah.
I don't remember anything about that night.
Yeah.
So, yeah, two of our stories involved some of our friends having to go to the hospital.
Yeah. New Year's.
New Year's. Go cut yourself.
Amateur night.
Amateur night, yeah. So
Did
tonight.
Brad cut his hand open?
No, he cut his foot open. There's
Ah.
video evidence. Like we didn't know how it broke, but then there's a video camera running the entire night, put on top of the fridge on. And me and Kraus cheers, and we cheers too hard, and we break these glasses.
Right.
And then we just shrug and walk away. And then later on, we all wanted to go to the hotel pool, so we're running around in just boxers, and Brad stepped on glass and bled everywhere. His mom had to come take him to the hospital, and he had his foot in like the cup holder in the car, and he filled it up with blood.
Brad's mother had to bandage my hand when I cut it open. So
Yeah. She's bandaged.
Watch your hands and feet this New Year's, people.
Yeah. Or just go cut yourself.
Or cut yourself.
There you go. And that's the end of this. So I'm going to play Old Lang Syne, Mariah Carey version. I had to find a version with a Mid-Atlantic person. She's from New York, so I did that. Can I play not Mid-Atlantic version on the way out?
Do whatever you need, babe.
Do you like For Old Lang Syne?
Do I like what?
For Old Lang Syne, the New Year's song?
It's not bad.
I am a big fan. Oh, here's the girl from Frozen or whatever. I'm going to play her version. It's probably very classy and nice.
Adina?
Yeah. For Old Lang Syne, it means like for all time, for the end of times, for I don't know the exact translation.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
All right, that's it. Have a good New Year's, everyone. We'll see you, I guess not tomorrow, but Wednesday. Unless I get this best of clip done for tomorrow.
We'll see.
Which I need your help on. So.
Maybe I'll be functional.
Time.